guys, so you can see the fiberglass rods that we have here. This is what the size of the greenhouse is going to be. So I'm going to pull some of this dirt out and kind of make it flat, level it off by eye, and yeah, hopefully it'll work out. All right, guys. This is going to be the base for the greenhouse. The back of the greenhouse is going to be right here, approximately 10 foot wide. So I believe I made my width 11, probably about 22 feet long. So my plan is to put 2x6s down. After we get the greenhouse built, I'm going to put 2x6s down underneath the frame, and then with pipe clamps or pipe supports, they call them. They got two. It's metal that's bent. Then there's a rounded thing there, a saddle or a saddle, and then I'll put it all the way down onto that, and yeah, that's that's going to be the plan. This is Jack's greenhouse, going to go right here. So if you guys have any other suggestions, please comment below, and as we do this build, let us know what you think of it. And like I said, it's a Walmart. It's a Amazon. I think it was $250 greenhouse. So I've seen people online where they've had them for 6-7 years and still going. They just modified them a little bit, give them a little extra support here and there. And yeah, so all right, we'll see you guys in the morning for the next part of the build. It's getting a little chilly out, isn't it? Plus my dogs. And then Clyde likes to roll around in the compost. So yeah, and they heard the yelling. But that's all right, because I'm going to mute that out and put music over it. So, Clyde Jack, what are you doing? You left your toy over there. Go get your toy. Go get your toy. Get it. Get your toy. Over here. Go get it. Get your toy. You're going to be stinking. So, it's garden season, guys. That's a start. Mrs. Jack got seeds started in there in the house. You can see the lights on there. And all that good stuff. We'll use that soil for the tomatoes and wherever else we can put it. So, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. Guys, welcome back to the Jack Homestead. Chris here, my wife Donna's here, Mrs. Jack. Today we're starting to look into getting our greenhouse put up. It's a cheap greenhouse from Amazon. It says Out Sunny. I'm sure it's made in China. And yep, says right there, made in China. So even though it says Oregon on here, they're liars. So anyway, we're going to try to put this together, and we're going to do an unboxing here real quick to see what we got. All right, guys, we're going to open her up because I got to see how much. Here you go, Mrs. J. There you go.
Oh, I hope I ain't slicing into nothing. Right?
Yeah, there you go. Shouldn't. There should be cardboard.
See
right?
what I'm doing.
There
Sun's
we
right
go.
in my eye.
All right, so holy tubing.
Yeah.
Wow. Hang on. There. All right, so we got lots of tubing. Wow. Yeah, lots of tubing that we're gonna put down here.
But they're all marked. I see numbers.
You see numbers
on these ones. This says 4.
Oh, that says 8.
Yeah, they're all marked.
Cool.
These are all 5s. This is a big bag of 5s.
Yeah, big bag of 5s. Babes, you see that?
What?
That
growing.
Yeah, growing way out here.
I know. I have to.
That's our raspberries right there, guys.
There's some elbows.
And there's some elbows. Yep.
This feels like tools.
Yep. The boot part is right here. Big poles.
These have flats.
Yep.
These have these doohickeys.
Oh, yeah.
These have holes for those doohickeys.
Okay. Do you have... Hang on, don't do that. Yeah, not yet. Yeah, we don't want to do that yet.
Why? So you can do it?
No, you don't need it to be blown all over the yard. This must be parts. Oh, that's this weather stuff. You put where it rubs. Ah, this is what I'm looking for, guys, right here. The instructions.
Is it in English?
I hope. Oh my Lord, look at all these. There's these. And there's lots of these. There's lots of these.
This is going to take a year.
Yeah, it is.
Look at it.
Oh my goodness.
There's no way.
Oh, look at these.
Professional for
look
this.
at these.
We're
not using these, fellas. We're getting bigger ones of these. Mrs. Jack says we need a professional.
Holes in the ground. It says.
We'll see. Just relax. So, then we got all the parts and goodies.
Good luck with that.
I want to see.
I can't see any.
If it's got the length in here. Gives you parts numbers and then how many you're supposed to have. And I don't see oh, it says you can put soil on the edges, but what I need to see is how big this is.
I just realized that my prayer flags are already so torn.
Yeah, that wind
All
the
of
other
them.
night.
Do you see how bad they are? They're
Yeah.
all shredded at the bottom.
So, okay, guys, this comes with all the parts that's over here on the ground. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear that area out a little bit so that we can put our. Did I grab the? Oh, I bet you I left it down there. Sure did. I left my tape measure down there so I can kind of get an idea of how big of an area we need. Does this have a size on it?
Probably on the instructions.
No, I didn't see anything. Here, if you want to take a look, you can. 120 minutes it says to take to put this together. Nope. Guess ain't me.
Well,
Not me.
well, that's the carton size.
Can you check and see if you can see if there's a size on that? If not, I'll look online, or I'll look at our back history for it. So we'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, Jack and I got this Amazon greenhouse frame put together. It took a little bit longer than what they say on the directions, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. Very hard to understand some of the directions on there, the way they have the diagram or blueprints of it. There was some ones that we weren't quite sure on, and then we looked at it ourselves and kind of figured out, hey, that needs to be here. Like these here actually have to be on the inside, the bigger poles on the out. So the next step is to tape all the joints everywhere there's a bolt and a screw head to help prevent the tarp from rubbing on there and rubbing a hole in it. Friday, I've ordered the lumber for the framing on the bottom. Like I said, I'm going to put 2x6s on the bottom, flat down, put the bottom frame of the greenhouse on top of that, and then use, I guess you would call them pipe clamps, and then we'll clamp those to that 2x6, and then on the outside, after we put that on, and then on the outside, after we get the cover on, we'll fold that cover, the extra underneath, and then we'll staple it to the 2x6, and then we'll take the 2x4s and put them on the outside edges of that to close it in.
We'll probably have to reinforce.
And then we're going to have to reinforce it on the inside, because this is not, I mean, it's okay, but man, I tell you, if the wind grabs this and takes it, It's going to be like the old what do they call those? A rectifier, the sets there.
Connects.
Yeah, connect. So it'll be like that when they fall apart.
Should
Hey,
we
buddy.
That's Casper.
Yeah,
Or
that's
kitty.
Casper right there.
Should we put big rocks to hold it down for now?
No, it ain't. It won't go anywhere this way.
Are
So
you sure?
yeah, Mrs. Jack was just asking if that would go anywhere. It won't go anywhere this way. It really has to be blowing, really blowing. So of course I do got to level it up a little bit in here, just to get it level and all that good stuff. Boy, it's a windy day today. I'm kind of hoping these little feathery things work on the mics. But all in all, it wasn't really that bad. Just like I said, some of the directions were a little. I still think them corners need to be. I might have to look at them. So, like I said, we'll get the 2x6s Friday and the 2x4s. We'll get that put in. And then when Mrs. Jack gets back from her visit down in Philly on Monday, well, Tuesday, probably be Tuesday, depending on the weather. It's supposed to snow. We'll put the cover on, get that stapled down in there, and then secure this to the ground a little bit more from the inside. And then the next step will be to put a door on for Mrs. Jack right here. All right, guys, today's the day we're gonna put the frame on the bottom part of the greenhouse, because let me tell you, these aren't one of them greenhouses you find at a farmer's market. These are pretty cheap, pretty light. Boy, it wouldn't take much for the wind to carry these off. So I ended up getting treated lumber, and I'm gonna put a wooden frame underneath here and then strap it down with some pipe strap, and hopefully that'll be strong enough and heavy enough to hold her down. But we will anchor her to the ground. I haven't figured out how I'm gonna do that yet. It comes with rope and screw-in anchors, but I don't trust them. Plus they'd be in the way, but we'll see. So I am going to start down at this end. This end of the greenhouse. Build up right there. So I'm going to get set up. You guys are welcome to watch. I'm probably going to do a time lapse of this. So stick around with us. Jack laughing at me, guys.
He almost fell in the mud.
Burley. Please stop. So I'm kind of making, well, what they would call homemade hurricane strap.
That's not going to rip the outside.
No, because the 2x4 will be here.
Oh.
Or it will. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. Yeah, because I'll get rid of that. Good catch. So anyway, this is the pipe strapping that I use to secure the frame to the wooden frame on the bottom to help hold it in place so it doesn't go flying away, because I guarantee you, unless you live in an area that gets zero wind, you can put one of these up. But if you got wind at all, you're going to want to secure that better than what comes with the kit. The kit itself comes with anchor screws, but they're really small. I'll show you guys that when we get to that part, but they're really small and I'm not comfortable with it. And like I said, it was only 250 bucks. So, and I seen other people on YouTube that do the same thing, and theirs have lasted 6-7 years and still going. So, all right, we're going to take a coffee break and we'll be right back. Step is to put on this butyl tape. I guess that's what they call it. We put it up on these anywhere there's a nut or a screw sticking out, so that it doesn't rub a hole in the tarp or cover or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to time lapse this and go from there. Okay guys, we got the frame set. Mrs. Jack's moving the wire there. Burley's chewing on a piece of wood stick. What we put on all the joints, that butyl tape. Right here, up top, and around. Hopefully we'll see. So you can see where I secured it to the frame, the wood frame. We're going to try to put up the cover today. We'll see how that goes. Alright guys, there she is so far. 10 by 20 greenhouse. That Mrs. Jack wanted. Really. Yeah.
The next day.
All right, guys. Good morning. I was a little heady this morning, but I left this corner to show you what I've done with this. I told you before that we put a frame on it on the bottom, treated lumber, 2x6s. They're 10 footers, 6 of them, and let me get quiet out of here, right? And then I went along and I stapled all the way around except for this one corner here because I wanted to show you guys how I stapled it. Now the door, we're not going to staple yet. We're going to leave it like this. Eventually I'm going to put a walk-through door in maybe a screen door in there, and then we'll go from there. So let's get to stapling that up, and I'll show you real quick what we did. So I folded this up under like so. Glad you're in the way, bud. And staple the corners really good. And then go along and staple these on here like so. And bada boom, bada bang. That's all she took. Now I'll go down through with a hammer and lightly tap these in because, of course, I got this cheap, supposed to be a heavy duty staple gun. But just like 95% of our products that we buy is made in China. So, all right, guys, I'll be back. When we come back, I'll be putting on the 2x4s. Okay, guys, now it's time to put the 2x4s treated on the edge of my thing here. So what I want to do is kind of do this. Because I know these I'll cover that in with some wood chips all the way around. Make it look good. So not too bad. Now I'll show you what I did with the front. Now the front, I put that 2x4 down, but I didn't zip the door up. But I'll be able to take that off when we put the screen door in. I'll be able to take that off. So, but for now, that's what it's going to be. So, and then in here, in this floor, in the floor in here, ooh, I'll put some wood chips down, maybe some mulch, some of our dirt put in here, and then I'm going to put Mrs. Jax wants those raised beds on both sides all the way down, and then down here she wants a table, a small table where she can do her plants, or she can bring in her one thing to her shelving, plant shelving, so she can put them in here. So I think that's it for this side. Oops. There. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it, guys, till we get the dirt and stuff in here. So that's for this part of the greenhouse. It's going to be episode 1, greenhouse edition, build and stuff like that. But like I said, it's pretty rigid now because I got that thing on there. I may put pillars, maybe a pillar down there. No, I don't know. Something to help strengthen the top of this, because it's not the greatest. But I don't want to have to. We'll see after I put the beds in and all that good stuff. So, all right, guys, till the next video. Thanks for coming along. Please share, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. And again, thank you so much for helping me get to 1,000. That's quite a milestone for us, being that we've been on for a while. Guys, hey, have a wonderful day. Be safe. And remember, be kind to one another. We need it today. So until then, bye-bye.